This is Taylor Stewart, a London native. He's training for a big event this summer, the Pan Am Games. Taylor won't be kayaking or swimming. He will be competing in what many consider the toughest Pan Am event, the decathlon, a grueling 2-day, 10-event competition made up of shot put, long jump, high jump, discus, 3 different runs, javelin, pole vault, and hurdles. Taylor was funded by the government until last year when an ankle injury forced him to have surgery.
I lost my funding from Canada and also Ontario. So it makes sense if you're not competing well, they're not going to continue to give you money.
To get his funding back, Taylor chose to drop out of Western and now trains 6 days a week for 5 to 6 hours a day. So why is funding so important?
My expenditures is pretty much just track, is almost close to $12,000 a year for training camps. That doesn't include rent, doesn't include basic living expenses.
Here at Thompson Arena, Taylor is stuck training at the only indoor track in the entire city because of the cold winter. That's why his goal is to raise enough money so he can travel to California.
To raise what he needs, Taylor is using an online crowdfunding campaign called Pursue It, spearheaded by Athletics Ontario. Whether he reaches his goal or not, he has no choice but to travel to warmer weather.
There's only so much you can do inside for the deck. Like you can do your speed, you can do your jumping, but there's other events that you have to do outdoors, such as discus, javelin.
Going from funding to no funding may not have hurt Taylor's shoe collection, but it does mean his competitors have a distinct advantage. They don't have to juggle a part-time job.
They train, they go home, they recover, they wake up, do the same thing the next day. I must now train, go home, eat, get ready, go to work until 11, come back, try to sleep, and get up and do it again the next day.
Taylor isn't the only one using the Pursue It campaign. His girlfriend, Ehrhardt, is a current Western track athlete training for the Pan Am Games in the women's triple jump. 2 weeks ago, she won gold and set a new Ontario University record. Yet she too is no longer funded.
When I was receiving the funding, I was 18, 19 years old. What I was jumping was very good for my age. And now that I'm older, I have improved, but not by 50 centimeters a year, which is kind of the expectation.
For those eligible, Athletics Canada does offer between $900 and $1,500 a month. But eligibility depends on the vague term realistic medal potential, which Caroline says needs a closer look.
In an event like women's triple jump, many of the women competing in the Olympics are well into their 30s. So I still have another 10 years before, I'm really even close to hitting my peak.
If Taylor and Caroline do qualify for the Pan Am Games, they hope it's a step in the right direction to regaining their funding. Nathan Cantor, Western News, London.